Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach.
Okay.
Okay, so the first question is what is Dynatrace? Okay, that is the first question. Nowadays, if you look at this, any tools you talk about it, starting with Datadog, New Relic, Elastic, Grafana, you know, Splunk, AppDynamics, and Dynatrace. These are the popular one. So they say they are observability platform. Okay, so here if you see, go to Dynatrace and here you see, got it.
Yes, I know
So
it's
all
called
of
observability. Yeah, I know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
observability platform.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a observability. Earlier we used to call it, earlier days, old days we used to call it APM platform. Now APM means application performance management, but they don't want to market themselves nowadays as a APM or infra monitoring or APM monitoring or log monitoring like that. They want to make it observability. So now next question is, okay, in order to set up observability, what you need to do? So in order to set up observability, you need to collect some metrics. Okay, that is important. You need to collect some metrics, and that collections you have to do for the metrics like metric, okay, trace, and log. Okay. That means if someone is asking you or anyone else, hey, okay, fine, nowadays we are not doing monitoring. Earlier we were doing it monitoring, but nowadays we are talking about observability. So how do we do the observability? That what you need to do? So you need to collect these three data: metrics, trace, and logs. Metrics, more or less, you get it from infrastructure. Trace, you get it from APM, and the logs, you get it from the logs. Here, logs means infrastructure logs, applications logs, and something. And after that, once you collect this, after that, you have to, uh, you know, explore it. That is something which you have to do. And after that, once you are done with explorations and your analysis and all, then you will do alerting, you will create alerts, and then finally you will create a dashboard. Okay, so dashboard. So this is your end goal. Dashboarding and alerting is end goal for any observability or something. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here, as part of Dynatrace, what we are going to do, collect what metrics, collect what traces, collect what logs. What we call it metrics collection process, infrastructure monitoring. What we call it a trace collection method, application performance management, APM, and then logs analysis. And then once you have a data collected, explore it and alerts and dashboard. So
Okay.
this is the flow. This is the flow of the training. Are you comfortable?
Yes, I'm good. Yes.
Yeah. So now let's get started with Dynatrace. So we'll understand what is Dynatrace, why do we need it, how to set up the Dynatrace, and what are the where the scenarios and all. You'll be there. So guys, Dynatrace is a software intelligence platform. Now, see this definition I have taken from their website. They have used very heavy keyword, but in nutshell, if you say it is a platform for observability. Simple. They market as a AI platform, ML platform, and all stuff like that. That is different thing. So yes, Dynatrace is a software intelligence platform that help organization for monitoring, optimization, and scale their IT environment. Now provide real time for application performance, user experience, and infrastructure health. Here, logs I have not added because Dynatrace is not focusing too much on the log, but recently from last 1 year, they have started migrating into that. That means because if they want to become a observability platform, they have to cover all this thing, correct now? So that is something they are focusing on it. So why we use it? Allowing organizations to identify and resolve issues quickly. So yeah, Dynatrace uses AI and ML, okay, to automate the process of monitoring and analyzing large amount of data from the various sources, such as applications, servers, and network. Now here when they say AI, so I'll tell you there is a one approach. Approach number one, what they have is, uh, see, this is the server. Very simple way I'm putting up. This is the server, and you have a 20 processes. Okay, now you have a 20 processes, and you want to monitor it, these processes. And this monitor, if and you know that, for example, CPU. So one of the metrics out of 20 metrics, you are monitoring one of the metrics, and you know that if the CPU is more than 75%, then it should be creating alert, and then it should be sorry, dashboard also. This is something which we do manually. We monitor the different processes. We create alerts. We create a dashboard and reports. This we do that, all of us. Correct now?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Now what Dynatrace have done it, what they have done it, they have automate all this thing automatically using, they call it, they implemented AI. That means when you install the one agent, okay, there's one call one agent. That means one agent. I'll discuss in some time. Okay. So one agent for all. All means when I say then it's for metrics also, it's for APM also, and then logs also. Everything for one agent. So what they say, they claim, uh, okay, we have done a automated everything, so you don't have to, do everything, configure everything. But again, if you want to customize, let's say 75% they have automated it, but you say no, 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 I don't want 75, I want 85, so you have to customize anyways. So that option is also available. That means here in Dynatrace, everything, they read the process, one agent is reading the process, and then setting up alert, dashboard, everything is on. So that is what they are claiming. They have used the AI and machine learning to automate the process of what? Monitoring and analyzing large amount of data from various sources, such as applications, servers, and network. So this allows organizations to proactively detect and address issues before they impact users or the business. Now, what are some of the advantage of Dynatrace? So Dynatrace also provide end-to-end visibility into the entire IT stack. Cloud also, on-premises also, hybrid. Cloud means AWS and Azure. On-premises means VMware and all. Hybrid means both. So this make it easy to understand how different components of IT systems, ecosystems are interacting and affecting overall performance. Now here, what are the things, how it works basically? So you have to deploy one agent. I'll show you the demo for it. Okay, so you have to deploy the agent, which is called deployment, and then that agent will do the data collections. Okay, and the data collections will be done from all kind of data, and then that data which is collected and stored at Dynatrace cloud, or you can use enterprise also, and then they will create a root cause analysis. Okay, and then automation and alerting. So there's a one A got deleted somehow. So here automation and alerting. So this is the flow. So here everything is automated, but again, if you want to customize anything, you can do it very well. Okay, so again, so this flow, if you understand easy way, it will be good. So here what will happen, for the deployment, we'll have to install one agent. Now one agent will be collecting the data and storing at Dynatrace. Now from there, AI will analyze the data. You can also do that. This is you can also analyze this data. That is option is there, but here AI will analyze the data, and they have a lots of profiles actually. So based on those profiles, they analyze the data and they'll tell you, hey, there's a problem in the CPU, RAM, storage, processes, this, that, and everything they will tell you. And you can also set the benchmark for it. And after that, you have alerting automatically, and then we call it a problem, and then dashboarding and all kind of things. So this flow, they have automated it anyways. So look at this here, what kind of infrastructures a Dynatrace can help you. So here you have applications, services, processes. Okay, so when I say applications, that means whatever that you are running. The services in Windows, let me put it in easy way. So services, these are all the services monitoring. In Linux also we have services. When you say process, that means these are the process monitoring. Here you see all these are detailed processes. See, so many processes. And applications also, like Tomcat running some application, Spring Boot running, or IS running some applications, host also, and data centers like a cloud and all. And everything is done by Dynatrace One agent installed on a host, and they will collect all the data and put it up in the cloud. So yes, a deployment. So Dynatrace is deployed as a lightweight agent uh, called One agent on your server, and you can deploy in the containers also. Containers means Docker and Kubernetes. An application, the agent continuously monitor your environment and collect data on application performance, user experience, and infrastructure matrices. So here
How do
application
you how
performance.
do you how do you install on a in a application? Is it on the host?
So you can run application in host or container both. uh,
Okay.
nowadays nowadays most of the time we run in a container like a Kubernetes pod and all. But if you're from the traditional background, then you can say virtual machines or the VM of AWS or Azure or something like that.
Okay, so Kubernetes it can be installed in as well as
Yeah,
on the application means there's host and container. That's it, right? An
yeah, yeah,
application can be installed either on a host or in a container. Got it.
yes, yeah. So the agent continuously monitor, the one agent continuously monitor your environment and collect data on application performance. Application performance means APM. User experience means UX. Okay, so when I say UX, so here two things I want to highlight this one. So when I say UX, so user experience. So here we have two things, three things. Let me add it. APM we have, synthetic we have, and synthetic, and one is RAM, real user monitoring. So these are the three things you have. Okay, under the UX. So I'll set up APM also, synthetic also, and RAM. I'll show you that how to do that. And
Okay.
so when anyone say, hey, we have to do the UX monitoring, that means you need to set up APM, application performance management, synthetic, and RAM. Someone say I need to inform monitoring, that means they will collect the traces. Someone say log analysis, that is the one. So yeah, UX and infrastructure metrics, which is a CPU, RAM, and all kind of
So
things.
what is the difference between synthetic and RAM?
So right now I'll hold this question for time being,
Okay. Okay.
because all the terminologies if I introduce you probably get messed up.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'll come back on this. Okay. So the flow of the training will go like this. I'll tell you. The first thing I will teach you how to do infra monitoring. After that, once infra monitoring is done, then I'll teach you APM. After the TPM is done, then I'll teach you log analysis, log monitoring. Then I'll teach you synthetic, and then I'll teach you RAM, and then I'll teach you on top of that all this thing, then alerting and dashboarding. Correct?
Okay.
This is, and then followed by dashboarding. So this flow, if we go ahead, so then it'll be easier for us actually to understand
Okay.
overall.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So yeah. So that is the deployment of one agent. Then data collection. So agent collects data various aspects of application data infrastructure, including application code, network performance, server performance, database queries, and user interaction. And this data is sent to Dynatrace platform for analysis. Now that is where the AI is coming into the picture, because that Dynatrace, now they have all of your data. Okay, so Dynatrace platform uses AI ML algorithm to automatically analyze the data. Now, this is something by personal experience. This is something is just a marketing gimmick, you say. uh, it's not like only Dynatrace uses the AI and ML in this terminologies. Every platform, if you go, they are doing the same thing. It's up to you whether you want to customize yours alert and dashboard, or find out the problem, or let them find out the problem. So both options are available in almost every tool. Okay, so analyze the data to identify performance issues. AI engine learns from the past performance data to identify anomalies, determine the root cause of problems, and provide actionable insight for that. Now, so once AI will identify the problem, they will create a problem. Okay, so they will read your data which you stored it through the one agent. They will identify the problem and they'll tell you, hey, these are the problems which you have, and these are the root cause. So you have to do the root cause analysis also here. So Dynatrace provide deep insight into the root cause of performance issues. Why the performance is high? I mean, why the performance is bad? Is it the infrastructure issue, application log, infrastructure logs, matrices of Apache, Tomcat, Windows, Linux, all these things you will get it. And they will tell you what are the problems they are facing it. So they have a checklist to do the checking in order to create a problem. So that is stuff. And then finally, automation and alerting. So Dynatrace can automatically trigger remediation action or notify the appropriate team when an issue is detected. So this whole thing, they have automated it, and can happen only when you install the one agent in your environment. Are you understanding?
Yeah, give me 1 second. So there is the deployment, then there is a data collection, and then there is AI analysis, root cause, and then automation alerting. Okay.
Yeah. So these are the things. Now, guys, here Dynatrace has been deployed, can be deployed as a software as a service. That means cloud also. And if you think, oh no, I want to, I have a problem with the data protections and stuff like that. You are a banking organization, so then you can go for managed one also. Enterprise Dynatrace also you can go for it. But in this session, we'll use the SaaS, because that way we get a trial period for 14 days and all, and that is very much it's feasible.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So now here, these are the offerings you see. In the SaaS, we have a Dynatrace cluster, and then mind it that outbound, the 443 HTTPS, and if you see that on premises, all the servers you have to install the one agent. So one agent has to be installed in your host and containers and stuff like that. And here active gate, which you see, this is the optional component for what? So active gate is acting like a proxy, because you may not want to give the lots of access to outside of the world, including the SaaS Dynatrace, to the server. So in that case, what you can do, you can give a you can pass all the data matrices, all the matrices, APM data trace and all through ActiveGate. So that can be done. Right side, you see managed one we have. So you have a mission control. First, you have to deploy a mission control. Mission control can deploy the Dynatrace cluster, and again same thing. So what is happening? Mission control is controlled by Dynatrace in the cloud. So you can create as many Dynatrace cluster uh, using mission control. That means, let's say if you're a pretty large organizations, install the mission control, and then from that you deploy the cluster, and then cluster will one cluster dedicated to each project, like that. You can do that. Are you comfortable?
1 second. So the in the manage, the mission control is should be in on premise, right?
Mission control is under your organization control.
Yeah, on
Mission
premise,
control
and
is a
then the
software.
dyna. Yeah.
Mission control is one software which we can deploy multiple cluster of Dynatrace. So in a SaaS,
Okay.
they control it. In managed, you control it.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so now this is the little bit hybrid, you can say, when you have on-premises cloud and all. So multiple model is supported. So right now, it's not that important. Okay, so look at this here, this image, probably. So here if you see, this is the Dynatrace cluster. Now here you have a multiple one agent installed, and here you through ActiveGates, ActiveGate acting like a proxy, and all the data is being sent to ActiveGate gates, and ActiveGates sent to the cluster. Now here, mind it, understand this. One age, if you want the cloud data, okay, cloud data, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, Kubernetes, OpenShift, all this thing, Cloud Foundry. So these data, if you want, so for that you don't need one agent. One agent is not required. Question is why? Question is why?
Because you don't have access to their servers.
No, no, no.
No?
The
No?
one agent is for host only. This is your machine. One agent is installed in your host. But these are
Okay.
the API, these are the services. No, it's not a host. AWS is service, Azure is service, Kubernetes is service. Is you
Okay.
can access through API, no? So you don't need a one agent installed, correct? Data collections, you can directly make a call. If you give the AWS access or this access, automatically data this API call will happen, and then you get the data. Simple, correct now?
Okay. Okay.
It's a service, so you don't need a one agent. One agent you need for host machine only.
Okay.
Okay.
But what if you have a
So
host in AWS?
so then in that case you need a one agent. But one more thing, in let's say if you have a host in AWS, so this is a machine.
IaaS,
Now,
infrastructure
ha
as a service. Right?
so this machine, this cloud, you have a this machine, but this machine is having the matrices stored at the CloudWatch, no, CloudWatch.
So can you
And again,
explain that? So what did you say in AWS? If we are having infrastructure as a service, we have a host, and then where does a CloudWatch come in?
CloudWatch is a monitoring service, no.
In
uh, just a
AWS. Okay.
yeah, yeah, monitoring services of cloud. Okay, cloud in AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud.
Ah, okay.
So here, if you go to image and look at this. This is an easy way to understand. This is all. So these are the services to set up. You don't need a Dynatrace also. These are the applications in the AWS. See, you have a CloudWatch somewhere. Here it is. And in Azure, we have call it Azure Monitor, and Google we call it. These are multiple services, so trace, error reporting, on all this thing.
Oh, okay.
So these are the service. So service is there, you can access through API. You don't need a cloud agent for that. That's one way, correct now?
Yes.
Because what will happen if you have a application running on the AWS, and uh, one more thing, there is a one more aspects you need to understand. So let's say this AWS is hosting this machine, okay? And this machine, if you want matrix, the machine matrix like CPU, RAM, and all, so that will collected by CloudWatch. Okay, what is application running inside, process, services, all the logs, this is not collected by CloudWatch, mind it. So for that you may have to install one agent here also.
So
Are you
CloudWatch,
understanding?
yeah, yeah. So CloudWatch collects processes or services, or what does CloudWatch collect?
CloudWatch collect the health of this machine, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Not inside whatever that's owned by you means company. So it's not
Ah,
collecting
okay.
those data. So
Okay, so
for
it
that
only
you need
collects
a
the
one.
host information, health of the host.
It will collect the health of the host, but it will not collect that all the application running inside a host.
Ah, okay. So the application data like logs and processes and services will not be
One
collected
agent.
by CloudWatch.
For
Okay.
that you have to use a one agent. Yes, so this is the something. So now let's try to understand a little bit of Dynatrace
Can you
architecture.
just go back to the previous screen? So you said, okay, okay, so we lost your, okay, marking. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So this is the Dynatrace architecture. So look at this here. Uh, you have a multiple one agent, and one agent send all the data to Dynatrace cloud cluster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this is you. You will access the Dynatrace cluster, and different ways also you can access. So this is the at a high level. Mission control is only applicable when you are having hosted environment.
Okay.
Okay, so same way.
So
So
can you
that
just repeat? Can you just repeat what you just said? Mission control. What is mission control?
mission control is to way to deploy multiple Dynatrace cluster. So here if you see and see here what happens. Um, so right now Dynatrace cloud. So it can deploy one cluster. You can deploy for other clusters also, other cluster also. So now this is also mission control, but owned by Dynatrace cloud. Okay. But your organization, let's say Infosys has thousands of projects. So what they did, Infosys is set up one mission control, and mission control will deploy multiple cluster for different project. So here one of each, and like that, and each clusters will help you to manage your infrastructure for that particular project.
Okay, so the active gate belongs to that particular project.
Yes, ActiveGate is for the proxy. This machine
Proxy. And
cannot
then
talk
the
to
one
the
agents can be for all the hosts under that project.
whole. So one agent will be installed in this machine, Windows, Linux, Windows, Linux, like that.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
So this is the stuff. Okay, so yeah, this is the architecture again. Some more or less same thing. This is a little bit complicated and all. Yeah. Now pricing, you can check it out. This will keep changing actually. So the charge is applicable. So they have a full stack monitoring and infrastructure monitoring only if you want. Digital experience. See, one thing I'll tell you, don't get confused with the digital experience, UX. Both are same terminology. Okay. So
Okay.
UX
Okay.
and digital, it's same one. Security, the charges, open ingestions, and cloud automations and stuff like that. Okay, so that is something.
So pricing is based on host.
Host, yes, and storage also, and what exactly some features are also chargeable. So you can check this URL, the left side which you have for pricing. Understanding the pricing is pretty huge actually.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now which are the competitors for Dynatrace? I think I have already said to you. So Dynatrace, you have so many product. Datadog, you can use Splunk, Elastic, Dynatrace, App Dynamics, Grafana, New Relic, all this.
Which
So
one,
any of
according to
this,
you, is the best? Which one, according to you, is the best?
to be honest, I love Datadog. I know all of this here,
Mm-hmm.
but I love Datadog because of its simplicity actually. So, and you can customize more in better ways and easy way. So I like this
Okay.
one, but I'll tell you one thing is important you to understand. See, as I said, there's no best tool available in the market, and the reason is uh, uh, there can never be a best tool. Okay, so when you look at the Datadog, initially they introduced for infrastructure monitoring. When you look at the history of Splunk, they introduced for log analysis. Elastic also was used for log analysis. New Relic, it was used for APM. Grafana, it was for dashboard initially. App Dynamics, again APM. And Dynatrace also for APM. So these are the category of tools. But I said, right, they cannot grab the market share because everyone wants to implement everything like observability. So slowly they migrated and added the missing features, and now almost all the tools is almost same. That means there is a way to do that in a different way in each tool, but ultimately you get the same thing overall. So these are the competitors of Dynatrace and so on.
Okay.
Okay, so this was the introduction of Dynatrace. So any questions so far?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.